Chris Martin live on stage in the Philippines. An unforgettable night. Just imagine, the lights dimming slowly, anticipation buzzing through the crowd like electricity, and suddenly, the spotlight hits. There, standing with his iconic, almost casual stance, was Chris Martin himself, radiating energy and charisma that could be felt across the entire venue. Filipino fans had been waiting for this night for years, some traveling hours just to witness this once-in-a-lifetime event. And from the very first note, it was clear that this wasn't just another concert. This was a celebration, a journey through sound, emotion, and connection. The air was charged with excitement, and when the opening chords rang out, the crowd erupted in cheers, signaling that this night was going to be something truly unforgettable. As Chris launched into the first song, his voice filled the air with a rawness that immediately captivated everyone. With each word, he drew the audience in closer, making each fan feel like he was singing just to them. Every note was crisp, every beat was perfectly timed, and Chris moved across the stage with an effortless grace, letting the energy build with each line he sang. His gaze swept over the crowd, his face lighting up at the sight of thousands of fans singing along, knowing the lyrics by heart. It was as if, for that moment, he and the audience were sharing something deeply personal, something that only Coldplay's music could evoke. The music was more than just sound. It was a feeling, a pulse, a memory shared by everyone in that space. The concert reached another level of intensity when Chris began to perform some of Coldplay's most iconic tracks. With each song, the energy in the venue swelled. When he started singing Fix You, the entire crowd fell silent. A reverent hush sweeping over as Chris's voice, tender yet powerful, filled the air. The lyrics hit hard, carrying a message of hope and healing, resonating deeply with everyone present. Fans swayed, holding their lights up, creating a sea of gentle twinkles that made it feel as if the venue itself had become a sky full of stars. As he sang, his voice seemed to carry an almost magical quality, soothing and uplifting at the same time, wrapping the crowd in warmth. The collective emotion was palpable, as if each fan could feel the music coursing through their veins. And then, as if sensing the crowd's energy, Chris turned up the tempo with Viva la Vida. The crowd exploded into cheers, their voices joining his in a perfect harmony that echoed around the arena. This song, with its rhythmic beats and uplifting chorus, brought a burst of energy, and the crowd responded by dancing, singing, and jumping along. It was as if the song's story of triumph and redemption had taken on a life of its own, sweeping everyone up in its momentum. Chris's energy was boundless. He leaped and moved across the stage, his enthusiasm infectious. He wasn't just performing, he was celebrating with the crowd, letting each person know that they were part of this shared experience. The boundaries between artist and audience disappeared, and it felt like everyone was part of one big musical family. Throughout the night, Chris maintained a unique connection with the fans. His heartfelt gestures, little anecdotes, and spontaneous interactions made the audience feel like they were getting a rare glimpse into the man behind the music. He spoke about how much it meant to him to perform in the Philippines, acknowledging the love and support Coldplay had received from Filipino fans over the years. Each word felt genuine, like he was sharing a piece of himself with everyone in the room. And with every song, he reminded the audience why they fell in love with Coldplay's music in the first place, because it felt real, raw, and deeply relatable. His smile, his laughter, and even his moments of silence between songs conveyed his gratitude and joy, making the fans feel appreciated and seen. The energy reached an all-time high when Chris moved into Adventure of a Lifetime, one of Coldplay's most electrifying songs. The crowd responded with boundless enthusiasm, dancing and moving to the song's upbeat tempo. The lights flashed in rhythm with the music, creating a dazzling display that made it feel like the entire venue had transformed into a giant dance floor. Chris encouraged the audience to let loose, to feel the moment fully, and the fans responded wholeheartedly. The song brought a sense of freedom and exhilaration, as if everyone had left their worries at the door and were simply living in the moment. The crowd's energy fueled Chris, and he gave everything he had, making sure that no one would forget this night. As the concert neared its end, Chris saved one of the most emotional performances for last: A Sky Full of Stars. The audience was more than ready, lifting their phones and lights, creating a breathtaking sight. It was as if thousands of stars were gathered together, all shining in unison, lighting up the venue in a way that felt surreal. Chris's voice soared over the crowd, blending perfectly with the sea of voices singing along. He seemed almost moved by the sight, pausing for a moment to take it all in before finishing the song with everything he had. For the fans, this was the perfect ending, a beautiful tribute to the connection they shared with Coldplay's music. It was an emotional goodbye, filled with gratitude, joy, and a touch of sadness that the night had come to an end. As the lights dimmed and Chris left the stage, there was a lingering feeling of awe and fulfillment. Fans were reluctant to leave, clinging to the last notes of the music, the final glimmers of the lights. The concert had been more than just a performance. It had been an experience, a memory that each person would carry with them long after they walked out of that venue. The night was a testament to the power of music, to Chris Martin's unique ability to connect with his fans, and to the incredible spirit of the Filipino crowd that had welcomed him with open arms. As the night deepened, the energy in the venue only grew stronger. Chris Martin wasn't just performing, he was pouring his heart out with each song. There was something special in the way he engaged with the Filipino fans, as if he knew the significance of this concert for everyone in attendance. Between songs, Chris took moments to speak directly to the crowd, sharing little stories, joking, and expressing his deep gratitude for being there. He mentioned how Coldplay's music had always been about connecting with people, about breaking barriers and bringing hearts together. His words touched the audience, and the fans responded with cheers, applause, and heartfelt shouts of, "We love you, Chris." At one point, Chris sat at the piano and played the delicate, haunting notes of The Scientist. The crowd's excitement turned to a soft, attentive silence, captivated by his voice and the raw emotion in his performance. The piano's gentle sound, combined with Chris's soulful voice, created an atmosphere that was almost dreamlike. As he sang, he poured everything into the lyrics, and fans could feel the weight of each word. The song became a collective experience of vulnerability, with fans singing along softly, almost as if not to disturb the moment's intimacy. "Nobody said it was easy," Chris sang, and it was clear that everyone in the venue felt that line on a personal level, connecting their own lives and emotions with the song's meaning. The concert's visuals were as mesmerizing as the music itself. The stage was lit up with colorful lights that changed with each song, adding a unique dimension to every performance. For the upbeat tracks, vibrant colors flashed across the stage, enhancing the energy in the air. During the more emotional songs, softer lighting created a calm, almost ethereal atmosphere. At certain points, holographic visuals of stars, galaxies, and glowing patterns floated across the stage, immersing the audience in a surreal world. It felt as though Coldplay had transformed the venue into a space where reality and imagination blended together. These visuals added to the magic of the night, making it feel like the concert was taking place in another realm, where music was the only language. One of the highlights of the concert was when Chris invited the audience to sing along to Yellow. This song, one of Coldplay's earliest hits, had a special place in fans' hearts. As Chris began to play the opening chords, the audience instantly recognized the tune and erupted in cheers. But instead of singing the entire song himself, Chris paused and held the microphone out towards the crowd, letting the fans sing the first verse. Thousands of voices joined together, filling the venue with a chorus of heartfelt voices. It was a powerful moment, as if every person there was singing their own story, sharing a part of themselves through the lyrics. Chris smiled as he listened, visibly moved by the audience's passion and dedication. When he joined back in, his voice blended seamlessly with the crowd, creating a harmony that resonated deeply. The moment was more than just music. It was a bond, a shared experience that everyone in that venue would carry with them. As the night went on, the band kept surprising the fans with unexpected twists. At one point, Chris invited a local Filipino musician to join him on stage, introducing them as a way of honoring the Filipino music scene. The surprise guest added a unique flavor to the performance, blending local sounds with Coldplay's music in a way that felt natural and refreshing. Fans cheered even louder, proud to see their local talent being celebrated on an international stage. This gesture showed Chris's respect and appreciation for Filipino culture, making the night even more meaningful for the audience. As the concert drew to a close, Chris had one final surprise for his fans. He announced that he would perform a brand new song that Coldplay had never performed live before. The crowd erupted in excitement, eager to hear something new and exclusive. The song was filled with uplifting lyrics and a hopeful melody, capturing the essence of Coldplay's signature sound. The audience swayed, clapped, and cheered as Chris performed the song with genuine passion. It was the perfect finale, a parting gift to the fans who had shown up with so much love and enthusiasm. The new song's message of hope and unity resonated deeply, leaving everyone with a sense of inspiration and joy. As Chris played the final notes, the crowd's applause was deafening. Fans shouted for an encore, hoping to keep the magic alive for just a little longer. Chris and the band returned to the stage one last time, performing A Sky Full of Stars as their final goodbye. The audience lit up with their phone lights, transforming the venue into a galaxy of shining stars. Chris looked out at the crowd, visibly touched by the sight, and poured everything into this last performance. It was a beautiful, powerful ending, a moment that felt almost sacred, as if time had stopped, and everyone was united under the same sky. The song's lyrics, combined with the sea of lights, created an image that would stay in fans' hearts forever. As the concert ended and the fans began to leave, there was a sense of fulfillment and gratitude in the air. Many fans lingered, reluctant to let go of the magic they had just experienced. They had come for a concert, but they were leaving with memories that would last a lifetime. Chris Martin and Coldplay had given them more than just music. They had given them a night of connection, joy, and inspiration. The crowd dispersed, but the energy and emotion of the concert lingered, as fans walked away with smiles, teary eyes, and hearts full of love. As the fans slowly started to file out of the venue, there was a collective feeling of disbelief and awe. Conversations sparked between strangers, each person eager to share their favorite moment from the concert, almost as if they were trying to hold on to the experience for just a little longer. People spoke about how they felt chills during Fix You, or how they never thought they'd get the chance to sing Yellow along with Chris himself. Parents who had brought their children, couples who came to share this special moment, and groups of friends who had been counting down the days to this night all left with a newfound connection, not just to Coldplay's music, but to each other. For many in the crowd, this was more than a musical performance. It was a form of catharsis. Some fans shared how Coldplay's music had helped them through tough times, and seeing Chris Martin perform live had been a dream they'd held on to for years. There were people who had saved up, skipped other events, and even traveled from faraway provinces just to be part of this night. The joy on their faces and the tears in their eyes told a story of dreams fulfilled. The concert was, in essence, a reminder that music transcends language, age, and background, bringing people together in ways nothing else can. The venue itself seemed to carry the echoes of the night, as if the walls and floor had absorbed the music and energy from every song. The crowd's shouts, the lights, and Chris Martin's voice all seemed to linger in the air, creating a lasting memory. Even as fans exited, many couldn't resist looking back one last time at the stage, now empty but still magical, holding the memories of the night like a silent witness. Some fans picked up confetti from the floor as souvenirs, little pieces of the concert they could take with them, physical reminders of an unforgettable experience. Outside the venue, the scene was no less vibrant. Fans gathered in groups, discussing their favorite songs, sharing videos and photos and reminiscing about every detail. Some stood alone, quietly looking at their phones, rewatching the videos they'd taken, smiling as they replayed the moments. A few held posters and handmade signs, hoping for one last chance to catch a glimpse of Chris or the band members. Street vendors outside the venue seized the moment, selling Coldplay-themed merchandise, from shirts and posters to little glow sticks similar to the ones fans had held up during A Sky Full of Stars. The concert had not only created a temporary musical community inside the venue, but extended outside, with fans chatting, laughing, and reliving the concert under the night sky. For the fans, this night would become a story to tell for years. Many had likely followed Coldplay since their early days and never imagined they would get the chance to see them live. There was something profoundly moving about knowing that their favorite songs had once been recorded in a studio somewhere far away, and now, Coldplay's music, which had accompanied many through various stages of life, had now woven itself into a new memory. A memory of that one incredible night in the Philippines. The concert wasn't just a performance, but a celebration of life, resilience, and togetherness. Each song seemed to speak to a different aspect of life's journey, touching on themes of love, loss, hope, and renewal. For fans, Coldplay's music has always been about connection and healing. Seeing Chris Martin express these themes live, with so much emotion and sincerity, was like watching their own stories play out on stage. The concert served as a reminder that no matter where we come from, we all experience similar emotions, joys, and struggles. Music like Coldplay's helps us feel understood, reminding us that we're never truly alone. In the following days, social media was flooded with posts, photos, and videos from the concert. Fans shared their experiences, tagged their friends, and created a digital archive of memories that captured every part of the night. From the excited moments waiting outside to the emotional peaks of the songs and the final goodbyes. Some fans even shared personal stories about how much the concert meant to them. The event trended on various platforms, with fans from around the world expressing their joy and envy, and Filipino fans proudly sharing the magic that had unfolded in their homeland. This wasn't just a concert. It was a moment in history, and social media allowed fans to relive it together, even with those who couldn't be there in person. Reflecting on the concert, many fans realized just how deeply Coldplay's music had impacted their lives. For years, songs like Fix You and Viva la Vida had been a source of comfort and inspiration. Now, having experienced these songs live, with Chris Martin standing right before them, those lyrics took on new meaning. The fans weren't just listening anymore. They were part of the story. They felt each word, each beat, as if it were their own. Chris's voice, the lights, the crowd, they were all elements of a night that had become more than just a concert. It was a celebration of shared memories, of resilience, and of the power of music to bring people together. For Chris Martin and Coldplay too, the night must have been special. Touring around the world, performing for millions, could easily make any artist feel distant from their audience. But in the Philippines, Chris seemed genuinely touched by the warmth and enthusiasm of the fans. His appreciation for their love and support was visible in every song, every interaction. Perhaps he too felt the connection and unity that his music had fostered that night. This was not just a stop on their tour. It was an experience that had left a lasting impact on both the band and the audience. Long after the concert ended, fans across the Philippines and beyond held on to the memories. For them, this was not merely a fleeting moment of joy, but a reminder of the power of music. They returned to their daily lives, but with a renewed sense of hope and happiness. Many would continue to listen to Coldplay's songs, and every time they heard A Sky Full of Stars or The Scientist, they would be transported back to that magical night. The concert had become a cherished memory, a story to tell, and an experience that would remain etched in their hearts forever. This night wasn't just about Chris Martin and Coldplay performing. It was about the collective experience of fans who came together, celebrated, and created memories that transcended the music itself. It was about the smiles, the tears, the lights, and the voices that filled the venue. It was about the feeling of being part of something bigger, of belonging to a community of people who shared a love for the same music. This was the magic of Coldplay's concert in the Philippines, a night that no one would soon forget. For fans across the Philippines, the Coldplay concert with Chris Martin was more than just a musical event. It was an experience that touched hearts and inspired souls. Attendees left the venue with memories that will last a lifetime, recounting the night filled with music, lights, and unforgettable moments. From the powerful performances of iconic hits like Yellow and Fix You to the special interactions with fans, Chris Martin's Coldplay concert in the Philippines exemplified the magic of live music. It wasn't just a show. It was a reminder of the unifying power of music and the way it connects people across cultures and borders. Every song resonated deeply, creating a bond between fans and their favorite band that only grew stronger with each note. As the concert trended on social media, fans worldwide saw the Philippines Coldplay concert unfold in real time through posts, photos, and videos. The impact of Coldplay's music echoed far beyond the venue, showing why the band remains one of the most beloved groups globally.